ensuring that performance is done right. This means having the right partners and access to the right data. Products fueled by the right technology, including an enhanced publisher dashboard and continued investment in publisher tools and technology, along with driving the adoption of in-app tracking with advertisers. And we're providing strategic guidance from the right people, a team dedicated to the growth and development of you, our publishers. We call this performance done right. On behalf of the Rakuten Advertising team, I'd like to once again welcome all of you to Global Partnership Week, where we celebrate all of our partners.
Hello and good afternoon or good morning, or depending on what part of the world you are from. I'm Sheetal Sahota and I'm the Director of Publisher Services here in Europe. So thank you, Ceres, for your introduction, and we are so excited to launch Partnership Week for the first time here at Rakuten Advertising. And I'm so pleased to be joined by so many of you in this session. We have some speakers joining me today, so I'm going to just dive right in so we can get through to the content. So if we can move to the next slide, please. Here is an overview of our team. We're a team of 8 located across 3 different markets. So you'll see that we're positioned in the UK, France and Germany. Collectively, we speak 7 languages between us, so we're really well placed to be able to grow partnerships with local publishers throughout Europe. We're focused on recruiting and activating new publishers, and we also drive growth with some of our top partners on the network today. So in addition to these core activities, the team are also responsible for the publisher strategy and partnerships generally, and we're also connected to the wider initiatives that you can see listed here. We're pleased to be involved with the initiatives being driven by the Publisher Board, and we've made real efforts to make sure that we're connecting their priorities to enhance our transparency in offering for publishers. Next slide, please. This year's been great for new partnerships, and I wanted to welcome the new publishers that have launched or expanded their offering to Europe this year. We were pleased to launch Acast on the network, and they're a global podcast company who offer various campaigns through Europe. It's one of the first audio offerings that we've seen scale through the network, so it's really exciting for us. Our card-linked partnerships also continue to increase. So you can see Money, Plus and Figo, a couple of the publishers that we see here today. And they can offer online and offline campaigns for advertisers through their card-linked services. Collectively, if we look at all these logos, these publishers can reach audiences of millions and across multiple markets. Next slide, please. And likewise, I wanted to welcome our new advertisers on the network. Here is a sample of just some of the brands who have launched programs in the UK, French or German networks this year. I just wanted to showcase the diversity here that Rakuten Advertising can offer our publisher partners, and it's actually a really good time to join the network, and we've got new verticals such as finance emerging, which is great. So looking at our network today, our European networks continue to grow, and this year you can see that our KPIs have grown in double-digit figures. Our top performing categories are below, and you'll see, no surprise, apparel, luxury and beauty are forming in our top 3. Apparel grew by 28% year on year, but we've seen new categories like video games emerging, and we've seen that grow at 350% year over year. Ahead of Q4, I'm expecting these to shift slightly as gift giving and holiday spending will affect how these rank. And those will call out to content and sub-network publishers. So we saw these publishers increase their share of orders year on year compared to 2020. And we saw this grow 9% year over year. So we saw this actually increased from the pandemic. We saw lots of users turning to content to seek out information. And what's great to see is that we're seeing these publishers continue to find ways to partner with brands and increase conversion. So speaking about the pandemic, it's been a whirlwind couple of years, and we can't ignore the effects that the pandemic had and continues to have today. So I wanted to reference the 2021 IAB ad spend report, which measures the size of the UK market across a range of channels, including affiliate, display, and also now audio. They mentioned it was the first time in years that we saw ad spend grow in only single-digit numbers. However, if you look at the affiliate market alone, this grew by 10%. So it's a testament to how affiliate marketing is growing and continues to grow. The graph on the right shows how the surge in digital users will surpass 500 million for the first time across Europe. So of course, this opens up new opportunities for brands and publishers to consider new ways to engage new audiences. So it's an exciting time to see the innovation that's going to be evolving in the industry. As mentioned before, we've seen content partners take a larger share of orders being driven through the network. And of course, the pandemic definitely accounted for some of this growth, although we've seen developments in how these publisher partners generally have evolved. The demand for content consumption is huge, and keeping a user's attention amongst all the various places that content can be consumed now is really challenging. And you can see from the graph on the right, the content pieces that are being produced daily by publishers is staggering, but comes nowhere near the likes of user-generated content on social platforms like Instagram. So you can see that brands have got a lot of competition when it comes to being seen. From a revenue perspective, content and media houses have had to really evolve how they monetize their sites, where they cannot solely rely on ad and subscription revenues. And if we click through, we can see the increasing number of ways that these partners are beginning to connect consumers to shopping experiences using affiliate. Essentially, in order to drive up their own revenue and user value, content publishers are aiming to deliver more shoppable moments for users. If we move over to the next slide, we can see that as users are becoming more confident in being able to transact at the point of inspiration, and we see this typically in, on platforms like Instagram, there's a natural evolution for content pointing towards content commerce. So this is where we see the ability for users to transact on the site without leaving that environment. And so we're going to be hearing from Tipsa later in the presentation, who'll be able to talk you through how they work. They've got some really innovative tech that allows publishers to enable the online transaction on their sites, and it's something that we see that is going to be evolving more and more over the next few years. Next, there's a segue in thinking about experiences. I wanted to present some of the notable acquisitions within our industry lately, especially for Europe. Now, if I were to generalize what we're seeing, this isn't just about scaling to wider markets, although that is probably part of the plan for some of these publisher acquisitions. But what we're seeing is, publishers thinking about smarter ways to access consumers through user data and technology. And we're seeing like an emergence of tools and solutions so that traditional affiliate publishers are actually able to offer blended offerings. So like content turning to content commerce. Likewise, we're seeing traditional publishers think about connecting content monetization solutions, vouchers, loyalty, payment solutions as well. The list goes on. It'll be exciting to see how partnerships evolve and the opportunities that brings about for our affiliate channel. So next, we mentioned the blueprint report earlier, and this really does delve into how key partnerships are at the heart of affiliate. So with that, I'd like to move to the theme of partnerships over to our publisher speakers. I'm just going to introduce them really quickly for you before Chris starts sharing his screen to speak. We've got Chris Turner from Go Certify. He's a partnership manager there. Catherine Comerford is going to be speaking on behalf of Klarna. Link is presenting also, and we have Ashley England, who is a US country manager, and Matilda from Tipstar will also be speaking about their solution. So, Chris, I believe you should be ready to share your screen, and I'll hand over to you. Hopefully, Chris can hear me. There we go.
Yes. Thanks, Giselle, and thanks for the introduction. And thanks everyone for joining us at the Rakuten Global Partnerships Week today. It's really great to be joined by such amazing companies and a pleasure to be able to introduce Go Certified to you all. So what I'm going to do here today is just introduce you to what Go Certified is about, what makes us different to your standard publisher, how we compare to other closed user group publishers that you might have seen in terms of student discounts or running some other closed group offers in the past, how you as a brand can go beyond student discounting. So whether that is looking to get reactive, possibly with real-time events in the world, and just how easy it is to get started with us as a company. So a bit of background into Go Certify. We started off right at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, where we essentially saw brands offering two ways of discounts. So you could either go into a store and manually verify yourself. You could take your ID card up to a checkout and say, I work for the NHS, I want to get a discount. Alternatively, you can go through the classic way of going off to your third-party membership site, verifying your status, potentially having to wait a couple of weeks, and maybe that you'd have to pay for access to membership, or you might have to subscribe and be part of the third-party membership base. And we just thought there must be a more streamlined way for both the customer and the brand to achieve that end goal of what is essentially getting customers to purchase an item on your website and getting them to come back again and again. So what we've done here is we've gone away and built an instant AI-based verification tool where we can verify almost any group to get a discount or reward directly on the brand's website. So this is a little snapshot into the closed user groups that we offer as standard in the UK. What started as just the NHS has expanded out to healthcare workers as a whole. And one of the things we've really been proud of, and actually driven by our brands that we've worked with so far through Rakuten, has been this idea of giving back to the forgotten key workers. So we found that a lot of people by the start of the pandemic, particularly teachers or supermarket staff that were working really hard right from the start of the pandemic, having to wear their face masks in store, they weren't being rewarded. So it was a lot of brands giving back to just NHS staff or the classic student discount. And we found that brands wanted to give back to these people that were working hard. We then do your classic student discount. So the biggest difference between us and the likes of maybe your existing third parties is the fact that we verify people based on their student email address. So users aren't having to sign up to anything. They're not having to potentially get spammed by a lot of emails. They're not getting targeted by your competitors. We've also seen real popularity in the rise of the under 26 discount. So a lot of brands are saying, well, I want to capture that younger audience that maybe they've not spent their whole life in maybe education. You might want to get them into your brand while they're younger and then keep them on board for a longer period of time. You can see that this is our UK numbers. We are planning a European expansion in 2022. We're currently live in almost all of the English-speaking countries, and students we actually offer in about 15 European countries as well. And we work with a huge variety of brands. So we're now driving about £2 million in monthly sales across a host of different verticals. Hopefully there's some brands there that you recognise yourselves. But it's everyone from luxury fashion in Farfetch all the way down to kind of protein brands and fitness brands. So as long as it is a brand that's looking to give a reward or discount back to the user, it always works. A bit about what makes us different from a standard publisher. We are completely technology focused and providing a software that you can use throughout the affiliate channel. So it's not your classic MarTech where we have to be plugged in directly with you, we can work through the affiliate networks on a CPA. And what this does, it allows you to provide targeted discounting. So this means you can focus on providing the best discounts for the groups you care most about. So again, whether that is looking to get younger people on board with you as a brand, or it might be that you're looking to drive a PR campaign by running an NHS discount and be shown to give back. Targeted discounting is also a great way of protecting brand image. You're shown as providing a discount in a way that doesn't negatively affect your brand because you're only giving a discount to the groups you care most about. You'll also get better and more customers. So not only can you target customers who potentially might spend more with you, but they might have a higher lifetime value. So you can split your discounts, for example, by new and existing customers. So you can keep those existing customers coming back again and again to shop with you. Again, you can look to use it to attract a new group of shoppers. You might be an outdoor lifestyle brand that's maybe not worked with students before. We can create a closed user group discount, which you can plug in directly to your website and use across the whole digital marketing spectrum. The other thing we're seeing a lot now is this idea of the brand halo effect. What this does is it allows you to say thanks to a whole host of key workers, which again enhances the brand image and gets you some great PR off the back of this. It's a great way to drive brand awareness. You'll see people sharing the fact that you've managed to launch a key worker discount or launch an NHS discount across the social media. And we've even seen brands like Kurt Geiger go viral. This is a great example where you are a brand that really cares about your social presence. This is a great example from Farfetch, where if you put in Farfetch essential worker discount on Twitter, you'll see people posting about it and even posting memes about it, which is quite nice. How do we compare against other closed user group providers? So the big one is rapid verification for users on your own website. We are never going to send users off to a third-party website, sign them up to an email list for them to, again, get targeted by your customers or potentially have to jump through hoops. The average verification for a user to get a closed user group discount is about 20 clicks and can take up to 2 weeks, as is 5 clicks and takes 20 seconds. It's a quick and easy integration. So our most complex form of integration is a single line of code, which just embeds on one page of your site. So we're not using any global tags. We don't have to plug into Google or anything like that. You can also get multiple groups through one provider. So by working with us, you could use your student discount, youth discount, key workers, or even a senior discount, as well as anything custom, all through one provider, all directly through your website. The great part, again, working through an affiliate network, there's absolutely no setup fees, no contracts, no insistence on exclusive offers, and there's never going to be a hidden fee that you don't know about. Amazing support. We have a support team across the world. We're here in the UK, we're in the US, and we can offer support for any country across the world. We're confident that we've got the most robust verification on the market. We've now seen more than 250,000 people go through our verification this year alone, which means that AI has built up its understanding over time and means that it's really secure. We're constantly evolving and we listen to our brand needs. If you're a brand that wants to offer some sort of custom verification, we'll go away and build that for you. Because you're working with GoCertify on your own site, it's a great way to increase the performance of all of your marketing channels. There's some great examples here from just putting a banner on your top navigation, you'll increase your conversion rate by up to 100%. Just a footer link is, again, a great way to just get started. We've even seen brands really starting to push through social and email. We pass through various information, such as the verification type of the user, which means every time someone, for example, is in the military and purchases with you, you'll say, oh, they're a military worker, and then I can send them a specific military email in the future. And the new Global Partnership Week exclusive, so this hasn't been revealed across any other network, is that we are actually launching a marketplace. We know that brands and want them to be able to drive their own traffic as well as get traffic driven to them. What we'll see here is that we drive thousands of verifications each day. You will now get people going through to your own website from GoCertify as well. People will be able to come to this marketplace, verify their student or key worker status, and then be able to get access to a whole host of discounts that they're eligible for. So We'll also be driving our own traffic, and that is going to be on a worldwide basis. Getting beyond student discounts and getting reactive with discounting. So we want to be an extension of your marketing arm. And what that means is we want to work with your team to create campaigns that generate PR and are great for word of mouth, whether that is a brand-to-brand partnership. Man City are the example here. They wouldn't be my football team of choice, but we absolutely could do a verification for them. So if you want to verify that someone is a Manchester City season ticket holder, you could do that and give them an 8% discount. We've also seen a lot of interest in the idea of verifying that someone's had 2 jabs of the vaccine. So it's encouraging people to get the vaccine and then giving them a reward based on that. And most recently, the Strava example, getting people active potentially after the New Year's and the New Year's resolutions. If people run 5K as a brand, you can give them £5 off. Our team can spin up new verification types in minutes based on what you're looking to run as a marketing strategy. And getting set up is so easy. I mentioned earlier on that our most complex integration is a single line of code. All we actually need is the information about the offer you'd like to run. We then build an iframe for you based on your color scheme and logo. That is then either embedded on your website or we can host that for you. And you can promote it across all of your digital marketing channels, whether that is putting a banner on your website, running social media ads, PPC ads, or just putting that link in your footer and waiting for it to grow organically. And that is everything. Thanks for listening. And if you do want to find out more, please do feel free to drop me an email.
So much, Chris. If there's any advertisers on this session today, I really urge you guys to consider creative ways that you could be using Go Certify. They can actually work up some really interesting and bespoke solutions. So yeah, definitely get in touch. Next, we want to hand over to Catherine Comerford from Klarna. Really excited to have her on actually, because buy now, pay later publishers have been like a new emergence for the affiliate channel in the last 12 to 18 months. So thank you for joining, Catherine. Hopefully you can hear me and you can start your presentation.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Like Sheetal said, I am the head of EMEA for Klarna Media. So I joined Klarna just before Christmas, actually, with the view of building out our publishing initiative across EMEA. And it's super exciting, especially on the topic of innovation. As to Sheetal's point, the space has really erupted over the last year. And it's sort of not every day that a publisher of this size pops up on the network. So lots of exciting things that we've got going on, which I'll take you through now. So if we could just pop onto the next slide, please. It'll give you a quick overview of Klarna. Now, we're all familiar with Klarna as a payments provider. However, we want to be more than just payments. It's our mission to take what a bank does and flip it on its head, and in turn take what a normal publisher does and flip it on its head. So we're reaching more than 90 million global shoppers, and we've really seen a huge increase in the last year alone. So these numbers are quickly outdated, so it's ever such an exciting time to get on board. And now where we have any presence with Klarna, we're working to establish affiliate relationships as well, with over 250,000 merchants. So very exciting opportunity. And if we pop onto the next slide, you'll see that Klarna is present in 20 core markets. Now our affiliate program is well established in the US, the UK, Australia, Germany, and Sweden. But just this week, we've completed market expansion to the rest of the Nordics, the DACH region, Belgium, Netherlands, France, Italy, and Spain. So you'll see that we've been very busy and things are growing at a very fast pace, which provides ample opportunity for us to do more with our merchants and further elevate you within our channels. And if we just snip onto the next slide, you'll see how this relationship works. So we've been putting a lot of investment into Klarna-owned channels. We want to make Klarna less synonymous with a place to log in and pay your bills, and more that go-to point of inspiration to begin that shopping journey. So we act like any other shopping or content publisher would on the network, and we're focused on driving quality traffic to our merchants. So we can partner with merchants who are completely new to Klarna and have no existing relationships, or also our existing partners, in order to further elevate them within our channels and provide incremental opportunity. And if we just pop on to the next slide, I'll show you how we've done that. So I think we can all agree on this call that affiliate can sometimes risk being a little bit archaic and a little bit ad hoc. So on the theme of innovation, we're really trying to pioneer the move away from static and generalized affiliate marketing to something a little bit more dynamic and personalized. Now, we've done that by developing internally what we call the Klarna Business Index. And this is essentially a dynamic ranking of our hottest brands, which is powering certain touch points across our app, such as those featured stores logos there when you log in. Now, this will look different to everyone that logs into the app, as this is built on a few different logic factors. One being personalization, one being past buying behavior, and then one being affiliate commission from a commercial point of view. And this is what's allowing us to allow an always-on approach to affiliate marketing, whereby we can continually optimize for that outbound traffic based on our algorithm. So if we nip onto the next slide, it will just show you how that model works, as there's a few different levers that brands can pull to further elevate themselves within our channels and then get a greater in-app impression share and share of voice as a result. So this is quite nice for those big brands who are naturally going to rank quite highly, but for the smaller brands, there's certain levers that you can pull to really bolster your ranking. And quite simplified, an increased commission will increase the likelihood of you being shown to a consumer at any given time within our channels. Now, if we pop onto the next slide, it will show all of the opportunity available to merchants and how we drive this affiliate traffic. So we utilize the whole of the Klarna ecosystem. We're less focused on individual placement performance and more viewing our Klarna publishing offering as a whole to really provide the best results possible for our merchants. So how we do this, we've got our featured stores logos, which we've touched upon. We've got search indexation, which we're currently building out to include affiliate feeds so that we can get a little bit more strategic, with how we elevate our products and categories within the channels. We've got .com, which will mirror the app setup when a merchant or consumer logs in to provide even more advertising opportunities. We've got a deals section, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then what I'm most excited about is our really premium placements in the collection ads and homepage banners. Now, Klarna is unique as a publisher. Firstly, we're a closed network because you log in behind your Face ID or your Touch ID. And secondly, we can push full price any day of the week. The Klarna consumer is very much in that full price shopping mindset due to the fact that they've got alternative ways to pay. So for this reason, we see high AOV and a really strong conversion rate, which means we can really work with you on your KPIs to push what you want and get the right message in front of the right consumer at the right time. And if we pop onto the next slide, it will show some of the packages available for the merchants. So these are eligible to our affiliated merchants, which again provides incremental opportunity as to those merchants who are working with us on a payments point of view across curated content, sponsored ads and deals. And then on the next slide, it shows even more opportunity across our different markets. Now, our publishing offering will differ slightly between markets, but this showcases just where we're going in terms of being almost every publishing vertical under one umbrella, which is quite exciting. We've got the Vibe Rewards program, which is a loyalty program we've built out, in-app messaging and push notifications, then editorial inclusion in articles, and then finally email. So plenty to get involved with within the Klarna ecosystem, but we're not stopping there. If we go on to the next slide, we're very much focused on how we can further expand our publishing offering in order to get in front of even more consumers. And for this reason, we've developed internally a new domain called Klarna Media, who's focused on developing a suite of growth services for our merchants, with affiliation being the gateway. So if we go on to the next slide, I'll take you through some of the new services that are available that sit under the affiliate umbrella. So we've recently acquired a CSS shopping service whereby we can host offers on our comparison shopping page and also Google PLA ads. So now when you're shopping, you might see hosted by Klarna. So that's available should that be of interest to you. And then on the next slide, you'll also see that we've recently acquired the influencer marketing platform Apparel, which we're super excited about. So again, this is now allowing us to expand our publishing reach across influencers to, again, further reach more and more consumers. So this just shows you how we're really on a mission to become a tier 1 publisher through all of these initiatives. And if we continue on to the next slide, we'll see that we're not only hosting this on Klarna owned channels, but we're now also projecting content onto third-party sites. So we've done this by projecting a Klarna owned widget onto publishers in order to purchase at the point of inspiration. And back to Sheetal's point at the start of the call, shoppable commerce is really sort of on the rise. So we want to see how we can get Klarna and your product in front of even more consumers. And the next slide will give just a little overview of how we're doing that. So it's really exciting. We'll take the product feed, and then our AI technology will recognize the product, pull that out for us with all the attached information. And if we just keep clicking through, it will show that journey. We'll then automatically process that imagery and match it with relevant content to pull together a dynamic ad that we can project onto a third-party site, such as Schibsted or VG, which is one of our pilot publishers over in Norway, and allow our consumers to purchase there and then. And this is all available through a baseline commission in our affiliate network. So really exciting, and a great way for you to trial sort of innovation within the space. And again, like I keep saying, get in front of more people. And if we just pop onto the next slide, this shows just how excited we are for Q4. So we've got this suite of growth services that are available to our merchants, and this is going to allow us to have the biggest Q4 ever. This time last year, we didn't exist on the network over here in EMEA. So we're really excited. And these numbers just look at what we've seen in the US, which is a slightly mature affiliate program from Q3 to Q4 last year. Now, in terms of our growth overall from 2020 to 2021, we're going to blow these numbers out the water. So it's really exciting. And the growth and the speed that we're going on this journey is super exciting. So yeah, we'd love to talk to as many of you as possible about it and really go on this innovation journey with you. At Klarna, our motto is to start small and learn fast, which may not seem the case when looking at these numbers, but there's so much we can trial and test and learn, and we really want to be disruptors within the space. So that's everything from me. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. That was great. I'm really excited to hear more about your growth in Europe. I know you're working with us pretty much globally now, which is really exciting. And if anyone has got any questions, please do reach out to us at events at mail.rakuten, at mail.rakuten.com, and we can follow up on anything specific, or add anything to the chat. I'm going to try and reply if I can, but we will follow up afterwards. Over to our next speaker. Ashley England is a US country manager at Stylink. Really excited about this partner. They're a pan-European influencer network, although you'll probably hear that they're growing globally now. So over to you, Ashley. Hopefully you can unmute and start sharing.
Yes, hopefully everyone can hear me. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Ashley England. I work with Stylink Social Media, or more commonly known as Stylink. So moving on to the agenda is just kind of an introduction to Stylink, why influencers, content creators, as well as advertisers are choosing to work with Stylink, a little bit over our revenue model, and then a little bit about what makes our Stylink community unique. So on the next slide, Stylink is a web-based platform that allows content creators, influencers to create and share product recommendations where they find their following is the most engaged, which we see a lot on Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, as well as their own personal blog. Now, Stylink actually started just very recently, and last year in September, we only had about 5 employees make up the entire team. Today, we're numbering 50. So we are rapidly growing. Stylink started in Germany and has expanded, and you'll see Stylink in Austria, Switzerland, the UK, Ireland, as well as Benelux. October, we're extremely excited because we are expanding into the United States as well as France. And later this year, you will see us in Australia. So the Stylink platform has Stylink users, which number 82,000 users to date. We've generated over 8.7 million shop visits to our partner shops, as well as driven 500 million euros in sales to our different partners. On the next slide, it's going to be a little bit more about what is the Stylink platform. So as I was saying, it's a web-based platform that allows content creators, influencers to create these instant real-time product recommendations across multiple verticals, which then allows a follower to kind of instantly shop from a trusted source. So by using the Stylink link maker on our web-based platform and creating a product recommendation and posting it onto their social media, their followers are able to click the link, which then will bring them directly to the advertiser's product ready to purchase. All right. On the next slide, talking a little bit more about why these influencers and content creators are choosing to work with Stylink as an affiliate platform. We offer our content creators instant payout, quick payout, which you see in our CPC model, right? There's no login necessary or extra software needed for any type of follower or Instagram content creator to use in order to create these like recommendations. Stylinks, because they can be embedded across multiple sources, you find that the content creator knows exactly where their highest engagement is, where they find and the most interaction with their followers. So being able to post and embed these Stylinks across multiple different social medias really allows them to pick and choose who they're advertising to. One of the best things is that our advertisers are shown with their logos on the Stylink platform, which then allows our Stylink users to really select the advertiser, select the product, select the collection that they want to promote to their following. And it's a really organic and authentic recommendation that we find really drives a lot of people into the advertiser store. So that being said, our shops and our advertisers that are already working with Stylink and that we hope to continue growing these partnerships, they have seen a huge increase of traffic generated by our influencers and their followers, right? This organic, authentic content creation is able to convert new customers into these end customers, and you're reaching like very targeted select communities that maybe we not find a way in or reaching them normally. So this content creation is also creating a large brand awareness, right, from our influencer base. So spreading out into maybe smaller niche communities to larger, wider communities across the globe. As I was saying a little bit earlier, that our revenue model with shops, we generally work with a CPO or a CPA model, right? And that with, of course, an increase in a CPO or a CPA, you can, of course, like increase more promotional activities are possible. So some of our additional promotional activities would include targeted newsletter writings to our Stylink community. It includes Instagram or influencer campaigns to like target new market groups. We also do like web and advertisement placements for you, as well as just kind of real-time promotions on new collections, sales, or generally an update of what's in the store and what's happening with our partner shops, always keeping our influencers and Stylink users up to date. Now on the reverse side, Stylink then pays our users on that CPC model, which is what allows for that instant fast payout and really incentivizes our users to constantly create these product recommendations and constantly drive new traffic into the stores. So then on to the next slide. A little bit about what is making Stylink and our Stylink community very special or unique to us is that, as I was saying, we start off really small. And so our biggest worry, or not worry so much, is that we really want to emphasize trust and rapport amongst our influencers and Stylink users. And the way we built up that relationship was with welcome phone calls as soon as someone signs up onto the Stylink platform. We call these influencers, content creators up, we introduce ourselves, we walk them through the platform, how to use it, definitely create product recommendations. We also offer multi-channel communications. So whether or not it's a phone call, an email, a WhatsApp message, or an Instagram DM, we are there to support them. We're also, as I said, a growing company. So we started in Germany, but now we're expanded to the UK, we're going into the US as well as Australia, that we emphasize getting native speakers as support, right? So the trust and rapport that we build within our styling community is huge and a huge factor on what makes us unique. The other factor would be our focus on the micro influencer. And by that, I mean a content creator with a following either on Instagram or YouTube between 10 and 150,000 followers. Now, this is a platform that really allows them to make an instant and fast commission just based off of the product and the content that they are creating, right? Their following is already maybe smaller, but it's trust. They trust in these micro influencers so much. There's a huge relationship between this content creator and their community that it really allows for a lot of engagement between the two. And our platform, we like to say that, okay, one micro influencer might be too small for some of our big advertisers. But when you take one small micro influencer and their whole community and times it by 82,000 Stylink users, our reach is wide and far. And that's only expanding also as we continue into the US, France, and Australia. Kind of just some stats about the different people who sign up to the Stylink platform, right? Addressable target groups. You'll find our Stylink users are interested in a variety of topics, from fashion and lifestyle. We have interior designers, we have mummy bloggers, the kind of day-to-day life, as well as fitness and food. They're really interesting and trendy and up to date on everything that's going on. You'll see that 90% is going to be female between the ages of 18 and 35. And the Stylink community itself is our bread and butter, the micro influencer. So 70% of our Stylink community is this micro influencer with these really trusted and active followings. Like I said, trendy, up to date, and we're really pushing these product recommendations and different advertisers and different ways that we can promote advertisers to our Stylink community across a variety of verticals. That's it for now, but of course, we always love getting new advertisers or interesting questions. So drop me an email if you have any questions.
Thanks so much, Ashley. We have 10 minutes left, so I'm going to move really quickly over to Matilda from Tipsa so we can get on with their presentation. Hey, Matilda, can you hear me? Oh, I think you're muted.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I do. Do you have your presentation ready?
I do. Just a second. I will just get it up and running for you. It should be ready now.
Great. I can't see it just yet.
Okay. What about now?
Yep, we're ready. I see it in your browser view, so I think that's fine.
Let me, sorry guys. I will position a screen for you. There we go.
Great, I'll hand over and you can start.
Thank you. So hi everyone, super nice to meet you all. Just a second, I'm going to get this presentation to work nicely. And I will get you through before 10 minutes is due, I promise you. There you go. So, super excited to be here today to explore the way that embedded commerce can help your customers through the Rakuten network. So my name is Matilda Gyllenhammer. As Chital said there, I'm a merchant acquisition manager here at Tipser, and I'm going to show you how you can use Tipser as a sub-publishing network here to reach and convert more customers whilst telling your brand story to some of the most credible and trusted publishers in the world, and all without any complicated tech or costs to join. So what makes embedded commerce different? You have most probably heard about a smorgasbord of different new types of acquisition solutions out there in the market today. But the main difference is really between those options and embedded commerce is simply that most of them don't provide a full embedded experience into the publisher's own content, which results in a customer journey that is still full of friction. Secondly, these solutions don't usually provide a seamless integration with the merchant's own checkout either, which if you are a merchant like you guys are here today, it creates another separate channel with extensive admin and resources as a result. And thirdly, they don't always have close relationships with editorial teams at the publishers. And of course, that leads to less native content, and in that way also fewer conversions for you guys. So let's dive straight into a demo to show you how Tipser works in action. Here we browse the content of thesourreport.com, and we get inspired by an article about new dresses to wear with your favorite pair of boots. You will browse the different dresses that the editorial teams have chosen to put in the article, and you get you like one dress a little bit more than the others. You will then get directed to the product view here, supported by Tipser, and you can select the size and add it to cart and check out directly in the content without leaving the site. Let me show you another great demo example. Here you're a high intent shopper. You're looking for your favorite blazer on shopstyle.com. You browse the product feed. You click on the blazer that you're after, and you check the product page as normal. But the beauty here is the added functionality that Tipser gives ShopStyle of choosing the size and add it to cart straight in the content. We will also show you here quickly how you can add more items to cart before you check out if you wish. So simple, frictionless, and user-friendly. That's what we call here at Tipser a customer-first experience. So in embedded commerce, we put the full focus on the user experience. We shorten the conversion funnel with this with more than 50%, and which simply results with minimizing your abandoned cart rate and leading to higher conversion rates for you as a merchant. With the help of Tipser's technology, we evolve the affiliate model by transacting directly on site as opposed to providing a link out to a retailer. And all this on a zero upfront cost, simply just on 100% performance-based commission. So you may wonder now, where does embedded commerce come into the mix within your current omnichannel activities? So well, it's pretty simple. Tipser is not here to cannibalize on your current strategies, but is here to complement them as an added value service, bringing the action closer to where the consumer is browsing for inspiration today. All simply set up via your existing affiliate network. So like that, you will be able to keep doing what you're doing well, and at the same time meet the needs of today's ever-evolving online consumer who are looking for frictionless shopping wherever they are. So let's check quickly another demo of how we can help you connect to more customers also through social channels. Here we are scrolling down the Instagram feed of your favorite magazine InStyle, discovering this beautiful trench coat. You click on it, you find the shopping tag, and you can easily just check out at instyle.com through Instagram. And it's all with the help of Tipser's technology. So Tipster has a variety of different integration methods to get up and running with us smoothly. For example, you have Tipster Automatic, where no technical effort is needed from your end. We also work with product feeds, shop plugins, custom APIs, but also as well as a combination. But the great thing here is that Tipster's merchant team will assist you in choosing the right method. So once your inventory is connected to us, the products will become available to some of the biggest and most powerful publishers in the industry. So this means that the editors at, for example, W Magazine, Elle, or Harper's Bazaar will get direct access to your inventory, so they can not only feature your brand in their high quality content, but also sell your products to their visitors in order for you to reach more customers. So let's dig into the details of how it all works behind the scenes. Check the blue arrows, which shows us the inventory flow, of how with the help of your product feeds, we get your inventory displayed through Tipster into the publisher's content, all the way down to stock availability. And then we follow the pink arrows, which represents the customer who visits a publisher's site, purchases a product through the Tipster checkout in the content, and Tipster then places the order in real time directly in your own checkout, just like with any other orders. Important to mention here is that you will get access to all of the customer data as you usually do in order for you to build on the lifetime value, of course, of your newly acquired customer. Finally, the green arrow shows you the fulfillment flow, where you as a merchant take care of the completion of the order process and you ship out the product to your customer just as usual. All throughout the journey, Tipster provides a dedicated customer support to the consumer on behalf of the publisher if needed. So what about the reporting and accounting? Well, there is no need to worry about that either, because the setup is through your existing affiliate program. So there is no real need for new accounting or reporting flows, as all the data and transactions end up with the rest of your affiliate activity in your Rakuten account. So it's never been easier for you to get started. You simply register an account with Tipster via our web sign up. We decide on a commission together and we will help choosing the best integration method for you. And lastly, just send a private offer to our Tipster Rakuten SID and we will then get you connected. And when you then are live with us, that's really when the magic happens. By connecting you directly with our network of premium publishers, we will also help put together exciting product offers that the editors can then create stories around, all which will result in high volume impressions for you and increasing conversions. So quickly here, I just wanted to present two opportunities for you that are waiting for you. We have a quick introduction here to our latest partnerships, or one of our latest partnerships, ShopStyle, which is a great opportunity if you're an existing merchant partner of theirs, as it lets you transact on all of their digital platforms through their new embedded checkout experience with lots of different on-site add-on features included. And secondly, Bustle Digital Group is ready to sell your brand throughout their great publications. They reach about over 100 million monthly global visitors. So by selling through Tipster, you get to be a part of the latest innovation in online commerce, together with a great selection of other brands and retailers, reaching millions of engaged readers and online shoppers, as well as the possibility to acquire new customers that are otherwise hard to reach and convert. So we can only predict the future of e-commerce and how it will look like, but what we do know is that it will be in the hands of the consumer. So join the e-commerce revolution with us today. Just reach out to your Rakuten account manager or get in touch with me directly through this email here. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Matilda. And thank you to all of our presenters here today. We don't have time for a Q&A, but if there is anyone that would like to follow up with any questions, please feel free to get in touch with our events team. I think the email will be shown on screen shortly. Otherwise, I will leave you to the rest of your afternoon, and thank you so much for joining. Thank you.